Alright, we are back. So let me know if the music's a little too loud. We're trying Spotify, and I think I got a better music list than before. So, alright, so a lot has happened since the last time I streamed. Oops. Changing the game a little bit. Not a lot, it's just the way how enemies spawn. We're changing that. So before it was a wave-based system, and the reason why I'm doing the switch is because the loops just weren't working. Like, it kept looping back. I would lose the timer, and it just wouldn't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of refocus a little bit and bring more of a challenge and little things along the way. So it's going to be more of a survival mechanic, I guess you could say, in the true sense of what this game is based off of. So instead of the counter counting down a wave and then into the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to have a survivor counter. So what that can do is we can bring more elements into the game, you know, like a survival, how long you survive, you can get XP for that, you know, like, so it's all these things that we can do. And then we'll have to redo how we do the wave shop a little bit. I'm thinking maybe we set a destination point on the map, maybe like the city hall, or we put maybe in the middle of the map, you know, maybe like where I'm at. You can come back to, something like that, you come to it, then the wave shop comes up. So when you collect XP, you can go there at any time to, you know, add new things. I don't know. Like I said, we kind of need to refocus a little bit, I think, because the way I was approaching just isn't going to work for what I wanted to do. It would have worked for just like straight up wave-based things, but we wanted to add more to the game, and it was just breaking it, so I don't think it's going to work. So we're kind of in a weird spot because I'm trying to get this new... It's working. It's just like we're going to try to build off that. You know, and I'm thinking about redoing the UI a little bit. So like the XP bar, which I've noticed for a lot of roguelike or these survival type games that I'm kind of trying to do here, which we're doing a little spin on it. I might put the bar up here instead, and then what we can do is we can take this level, put the level at the bottom, so then you know what level you're on. And that will clean this up. And then I'm thinking about maybe trying to do a different type of health bar up here in the corner. I don't know if we're going to need the wave thing anymore. We will need this because we're still abducting. The core concept of this game is still going to be the same. We're going to, you know, still abduct humans, you know, get XP, stuff like that. So that's the core. And then what I said was I was wanting to build it out maybe to get weapons, you know, so we can build up, you know, your character to get a weapon, so you can do that. I mean, we might have the weapon at the beginning. You know, you can get like a little, like a ray gun or something to potentially. I'm thinking if we do the gun could kill humans. Like if you get into a wave with too many, but it's gonna have like a timer on it. Like you just can't keep shooting. Like you can only shoot it once, and then, you know, has to recharge for that. I don't know. It's the things that I'm kind of thinking about, what we can do. Just to bring more excitement to it. But I think this approach would be a little bit better for the game, for what we were trying to do. Like I said, when I initially set out, it was just like, oh, let's just do wave base and that's it. But, you know, then as I've been building it, I get more, you know, kind of more things and to make it fun. So anyway, that's kind of where we're going to. Kind of a mess. I worked on it a little bit yesterday, trying to figure things out and trying to get things to work. So currently the way it plays is we'll do it here. Like, I just want to make sure it's working, because like I tried it a few times, nothing was spawning. So it's just like, you know, we got these old systems in here, and I almost thought about just starting from scratch and like rebuilding, but it's like, man, we did all this work. We just need to, you know, it's just going to take a little bit to iron out. But as you can see, so now they just spawn. They don't just all spawn at once. And I think that's a little bit better, because now it's like it keeps the game flowing. Because before, it's like, you know, you would just spawn like everything and you have them all coming at you at once. But then you would zip through them really quick. You know, so this is more like, hey, this is over time. You know, like now you're actually, you know, have to kind of think about what you want to do. I would like to get where waves do come. You know, like I'm just saying it, I don't know how we could do that or if it's going to screw things up, but I think this approach is a lot better. Like I said, this is a lot different and I'm not used to it. Like, okay, I want all this in action, but this keeps it more that survival mechanic. And then, you know, they keep spawning. What we're going to do is get elites and boss waves that will come in. And that's what I wanted to do anyway. So this will kind of help us with that, I think, to make that work. And then, of course, I would like to have, you know, like different types of enemies too, like enemies that run, you know, a little bit faster, doing this, they do that. Maybe they avoid you. Ooh, that's a good idea. They can't get abducted instead of chasing us. You know, give it a little more, a little bit more of a challenge. I mean, it's definitely, see, they're just constantly spawning, which is great, which is what I wanted. And then I wanted waves to kind of happen, you know, like at certain times or random times, like, oh, there's a new boss wave that comes or a boss that comes in. So I think this system is gonna, you know, help us out. But the thing is now the wave shop doesn't come up like we had it. I don't know how that's all programmed. I just kind of started over, so we got to figure out that. So what I'm thinking is, we dedicate maybe a little spot somewhere on the map where we could go. We actually might be able to do it on the corners or something. Like we can maybe take all 4 corners here, make these active spots. So when you go into here, okay, the wave shop comes up. Then you can, you know, kind of get your, you know, your things that you want. And then you can go back and get more XP. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. But anyway, so yeah, we're already 2 minutes in, but we can build systems here that build like, okay, if you last for 5 or 6, 7 minutes, you can get extra bonus XP or something, you know, kind of make it fun. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But as you can see, it's just it's an endless survivor basically. But we're kind of surviving, but yet we're abducting. So the game is still the same. It's just the approach is a little different. But yeah, I want to adjust the things that happen. Like 3 minutes, boom, maybe a boss comes in or a boss wave. That was interesting. That one looked like it came in a little faster. Yeah, so these are different enemy types. Yep. You see it? Yep, these are different enemy types. Cool. And it's progressively getting harder, actually, now that we keep going here. But if you notice, some are coming faster than others. And that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, cool. So it's working. Oh, sorry about that. I had to write that idea down. So yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like, you know, games evolve from your initial, like, you know, I only went into this kind of like, I want this little project. I just want this. It was like the abduction mechanic was like the thing that I thought about. It's like, oh, okay, let's just make that and we'll just do it wave based. Okay, well, as I've been building this out and, you know, kind of forming the ideas in my head, it's like, it's, you know, the game's starting to become a game and we need to make it a game. And that's kind of what I'm working on. So, oh, and I did work on the beginnings of the idea that I had of when the player dies. So when the player dies, I just have a respawn point now. Basically, it sets right here. We can change it or whatever. But what happens, we're going to work on the thing that I wanted to do is where you get teleported in. So it kind of does that right now. So that was what I started working on too. You know, thinking about player death. Well, let's just see him die. So what's going to happen is, I think we're going to use this and it's just going to do the opposite. It's going to beam in instead of retract in for now, and then we'll polish it over time. You know, make it better. But, so let's just see if our character can die here. Now that it's a survival, you don't want to get killed like right away. So this makes sense. You know, because before we'd get blasted within 30 seconds. Not fun. So I just think this is going to be a lot better. So I don't know if we're going to need the wave thing. And if we're not going to need the wave graphics and the number here, we can get rid of that. And I'm thinking about moving this, you know, our player thing up here. But like I said, we can move the XP bar or something. And I was experimenting with ChatGPT to see if I can make a custom health bar. So I got to learn how to do it. Okay, look at, see, there we go. So as you can see, we spawned back in. Our head didn't, but the body did. So that's kind of what's going to happen now. But obviously, I'm going to make that better. We're going to polish it, hopefully. But I got to figure out why the head wasn't, why it didn't disappear and reappear. So basically, what's going to happen is it's going to look like the player disappears, and then it's going to teleport in. We're going to have like effect and all that eventually. Right now, we're just building the system to make it work. But yeah, I don't know why the head didn't. I must have to go into the code and make sure that. But that's what it is. Basically, your player disappears, and then it will beam back in. That's kind of the idea. I started working on that too, and we got that in there. Because before it would just kind of like, the screen would just kind of reset. But now we're actually building that mechanic in there. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. Like I said, I'm using Spotify now. I think this music's a little bit better than what we had before. So this playlist here. Yeah. We got a huge playlist here. I think we'll just need to put it on Pete. There we go. So yeah. That's kind of it. So today we're just gonna stream for a little bit. It's Memorial Day, but it's still Monday, so wanted to get my stream in. Probably stream for like an hour, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours, to see what we can do here. I just want to update everybody because I know some people watch these after I'm live, so I just wanted to let everybody know where the project's at, where it's going. Yeah, and I mean, this might go away. I don't know yet. I don't know if we're going to keep all this. Like I said, we just kind of put stuff together to see how it works. But I'm thinking putting the XP bar across here, and then if we can make a custom... Let me see if I can find what I did last night. Show everybody. Yeah, here we go. So, this is what I came up with in ChatGPT. I think this would be really cool if we can get this to work. And what we could do is we can put that up there in the corner, and that gives us a whole lot more space. We're going to keep the abduction counter. Obviously, that's really cool. I love it. And then, you know, we can put stuff down here. We could put the buffs down there or something. But the problem is I need to know how I can make this work. What I could probably do is cut this out, cut that out, and then just make a bar in there. That's what I'm thinking we'll probably do. But I'm thinking about going with this. This might be really cool for health. And we can put that up here. You know, the little player alien icon can go away, but whatever, you know, we don't really need that. And then we could put this XP and the level all in one thing. And then this will go away. And then we'll have nothing down here except we can do buff timers and we can do all the things that we want to do with the guns and stuff. So that's kind of what I mocked up last night. All right, so is this the same song like over and over again? Oh, okay. It's cool. I like it. All right. Let's get started here. And then we still have to flush out the town a little bit more, but yeah, that's thinking for the wave shop or how it opens is maybe it opens after a certain time period. I don't know. I have to think through that, but I'm thinking maybe just a spot on the map if we can do that. Like if there's a dedicated spot for it. All right, so we got to go back to the player death because that's what I started working on, and then the spawn things messed up last night, so I was troubleshooting it. And I seem to got it where it's working. So we're kind of going back the game plan that I had created here. we're turning it more into like an arcade style game. You know what I mean? Which is a lot. It's for the. I'm thinking more of a player. We got to make this fun. And is this game gonna be where they're gonna sit down and play it for 4 or 5 hours? Probably not. It's just gonna be like a short, like, hey, if they sit down for an hour, they're gonna have an hour's worth of fun. But then they can come back to the game. You know, because there's gonna be a lot of. I want it to be variety. So every time you play it, it's different. It's not the same thing. You know, it's like random. So it's just like one of those games that you can just like sit down for a little bit and, you know, just have a little bit of fun. It's not a game that, okay, I want somebody to sit down for, you know, 12 hours to play. I mean, it'd be cool if we can make it like that. But that's just a lot of systems and stuff over time. It wants me to like game over logic. Okay, so it wants me to display a survival time or score on game. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna get more of a. We're gonna see how long you survive and how much your score is. That gives it a little bit more of a game. All right, so we got to create this. But I will say, like, I'm starting to feel the like, I'm getting not burned out, but just kind of like, ugh, like it's getting, you know, it's where I got to push through. I have these days, like, because I worked on it over the weekend, like yesterday a lot, and, you know, a little bit on Saturday. So it's like I work on this thing after the stream. But like just me as a person, like when things start getting bored, I start like, okay, I want to go do work on this now. So I just have to kind of, you know, push through. All right, so we got our damage. We got that sequence, the player damage death sequence. I don't know if I want a game over screen. I think we would. No, I think it would be cool to have a game over screen. It actually makes sense. We need a game over screen to come up after you die. See your level, your stats, all your stuff, and then after that, if you want to play again, then it will beam you in. I think that will work good. I'm just gonna make a note of that real quick. Stats, etc. And then button. Play again. Or continue or something to that. Okay. And the thing I've also learned is it's good to like plan everything out, but as you know, if you're in a project, things go left or right, you know. So it's one of those inevitables because you start working on something, your initial idea, and then you find out, you know what, that's not really cool. We need to do this, and that's kind of what's happening here. I'm hoping we're not pigeonholing ourselves with the abduction thing, but we need to find out how we can make the abduction thing fun. And like I just said, if we can make enemies run away from you and you have to chase them, you know, not all the time, but like certain enemies will evade you. That makes more excitement, you know? And I'm thinking maybe we can add maybe like a power up for a sprint ability or something. So it's just like things like that, you know, we just I needed to pull back and think about the game for a little bit. And that's what I did. Hopefully the music is not too loud. Turned it down, and it doesn't look like it. All right, game over screen. And I'm trying to bring the mic up a little bit more to my face because I noticed when I had it down a little bit, it wasn't like, didn't have that nice closeness to it. Hopefully this is better. Just making sure I'm not clipping though. Doesn't look like I am. Because this mic needs to be closer to your face to make it sound good. Okay. Oh, we could do this. We could do like an arcade. Either we can do an arcade style where we can have the player has 3 lives, you know, and it respawns, and then game over, or we could do the roguelike is player once you die, the game's over. Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking of. I like the little bit of both. And if I had more time and more people, it's like I would do like an arcade style of this game, and then like a, you know what I mean, have different things. But that's just trying to plan here what we're gonna do. Over logic, okay. Add see the polish stuff. I don't think we're ready for that. The player death, because like I don't want to get lost in that again. Because I remember when we just did the mothership beam. I mean, we probably should create some, but I don't have time today to do it. That's the problem. I can't stream very long. I can't stream for 3 or 4 hours today. It's I just wanted to stream because I need to stream. But we'll be back tomorrow. Like tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday will definitely be good days. Thursday and Friday is where it gets a little wonky because my kids will be out of school starting Thursday afternoon. So Friday they'll be home. And then I have to figure out streaming from there. So we'll still stream. It's just, you know, I have to adjust a little bit. Okay, what to do next? Okay.
Roadside workers have lives and families.
Oh, dude, that's right, Spotify. I'm gonna get ads. Damn it, that's why I don't want Spotify.
Thank you for moving over.
And I don't want to pay for Spotify. Okay. Let me see if Apple Music has stream beats. I really like that playlist. Dude, they do, I think. Ejek1, good day. My name is Ejek. I have another question for the programmer regarding this service. Just okay. What? No, I don't know. And I don't know what you're trying to sell here. What? Okay. It has nothing to do with our stream, dude. What's going on here? Anyway.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to
dude,
fender benders to dead.
This is why I don't like Spotify. Let's see. All right, this is the dude that had that playlist, but is his stuff... It's royalty free though, that thing. See if I can put... Okay. Well, I don't want to have to listen to ads. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't help you. Sorry. I don't use that. I don't even know what you're talking about. It has nothing to do with what I'm streaming. I don't use Just Watch. I don't even know what you're talking about. Sorry. Okay. We're here for game development, not movies. I mean, we can talk about movies, but I don't use Just Watch or anything like that, so I have no clue. Hey, only good sir, how's it going? Welcome back. It's come along. I'm changing things a little bit. I'm changing the way that the enemies spawn. So the premise is still the same. I don't think you were here when I was explaining it. So instead of doing the wave-based thing, I was running into a lot of problems. Um, so it would, when we would go through the wave shop would come up. Basically, the timer would never come up, or it would come up and then it wouldn't count down. You know what I mean? And then it would wait like 2 minutes. The logic was just not working for the things that we wanted to do and all the things that I kind of laid out for, how to make the game fun. So we're going to go for more of the arcade survival kind of thing, which makes more sense. So the timer now just clicks up instead of clicks down. And then so then we can do the waves, like different bosses come in at different times, like stuff like that. And basically now you can collect XP for survival mechanic. Yeah, I have a solution, but it's just like getting this, reverting everything from what we had before to the new solution is kind of, daunting. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting it correctly. And then then we can have elite bosses come in and spawn and stuff like that. And so now you'll get points. So when you die, we'll have a game over screen with your stats, so how long you survived, how many points, stuff like that. So it's more arcadey. So, but yeah, definitely. Okay, Eject one. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. You need to like refocus. We're not here to worry about streaming movies and stuff. Dude, I don't have an answer for you. So I don't care, dude. I'm not gonna help you. I don't even know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't care. Like this is not what we're doing. Why don't you put it in Google and do it? If it's so easy. All right. Anyway, we're here to build a game and talk about building the game and stuff like that. You just come in with VPNs and like, dude, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. It's just like I told you multiple times. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not here to help you. If it's so easy, Google. You type it yourself. Yeah, he is. I'm sure it is. Okay, I'm gonna help you. Hold on. There you go. I helped. See ya. That's what it told me to do. It told me to do that. Anyway, good to see you, only good sir. But yeah, so that's kind of the what I'm kind of coming up with. Oh, that was totally weird. They came flying in here like, hey, I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Anyway. Yeah, that was weird. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan, and like I said, it's kind of more of we're trying to like kind of repackage everything, which we can reuse a lot of the stuff. It's just getting the systems to work with themselves and then building out the how we're going to do this with the level stuff. So that's kind of what I'm working on. Like I said, today I probably stream for like an hour, maybe 2 hours at most. It's Memorial Day. It's a beautiful day outside, but I just wanted to stream because I stream, Monday through Friday. We won't go 3 hours. Tomorrow we'll be back tomorrow like normal time and be able to, you know. And plus, I don't want to get into stuff. You know what I mean? Like get into like real big systems and then I have to like get up and leave or something. So we're just gonna do little stuff and just talk. Yeah, it's a public holiday. Yeah, so you can just get some little stuff done, talk a little bit. Just hang out, have fun. Because I worked on this yesterday just to revamp everything and got it. And I'm thinking about revamping the UI too, like putting the XP bar up here. And I don't know if I showed. Did I show you? Yeah, I did. I think I did show you the UI that I'm maybe going to for the health bar if I can figure it out on how to make it work. Here, I'll show it real quick. So I'm thinking about going this way. I think what I need to do is maybe cut that out. But if I can get that to move, that'd be cool. Or maybe just turn this red or something. But this something like this. And then we'll put that up here. Put that up here because I don't think we're going to need this wave thing anymore. I know we worked so hard to get a graphic, which is still cool, but it's like it's not waves anymore. So, but we're keeping this definitely. This is cool. We put that up here. We'll probably get rid of the picture. We'll keep this, or maybe I'll get a better thing for the coin. And then the level can go, on the XP bar. And then we'll put the XP bar across the screen. And that'll clean up the UI a lot. So, I mean, we cleaned up a lot too, but it's just like, it feels like right down there in that corner, it's just a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? And plus, I want to get into, well, we have the buffs already, like the little buffs that you're gonna get. Hopefully, what you can purchase, and then, but what I'm thinking is if we introduce the ray gun or the zapper gun to shoot people, I'm thinking about like the gun can shoot or kill. Like if you get into like a big wave of enemies, like you could shoot it, but there's gonna be like you can't use it multiple times. There'll be like like a buffer on it or something, like a cooldown. So we're gonna need to make cooldown, icons, and then like some of the abilities and stuff. So we'll need to have room for that. So that's kind of what I'm trying to envision. I'm trying to think ahead. I'm trying to think in the future, like systems we're gonna put. So we kind of want to leave a lot of room. Yeah, so it's not overpowered. Yep, but it's gonna be an abduction gun. Obviously a zapper, but to abduct because eventually, you just to bring more fun, and that will be something like you can get as a power up or a drop or a loot or something you could purchase in the loot shop. That's what I'm thinking. But as far as building that and making it happen, we'll see. But that's kind of what I'm going for. All right, let's do this game over stuff with the stats. So we're gonna build that real quick, hopefully, and then I gotta go through all this stuff and clean up scripts. Man, I got so many scripts from when we tried things that I'm not using. So it's just a lot of work and a lot of revamp. But that's stuff I can do. Um, you know, off stream. But tomorrow we'll definitely get into this stuff tomorrow and start getting some cool stuff. But today we're just hanging out. All right, so let's do this real quick. But as you know, projects change and evolve, and this game was evolving. And what's cool is I'm trying to document it on stream, and I started pushing these streams from Twitch over to my personal YouTube channel. So, so I have it documented there. I'm going to put them in a playlist once I get them all there so I can go back and look at the journey, and then people can watch the journey as well. But the YouTube channel is just my, it's just my name, Todd K. Edwards, same. I need to get a command for that. I don't know if I do or not. I don't think I do. To make it easy. Nope, I don't have one. So I'll need to create that. All right, so right click, need a canvas. Actually, no, we don't need this because we're going to use the UI canvas. Yeah, put it in here. Oh, you subbed? Thanks, man. I subbed to your channel too. What was that video you just put up? Was that something you created, like the music? I just watched it last night. It was like the what was that? Was that like a diner or something? A picture? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, no signal. That's what it was called. See, it's in my watch history. You can see it. So you did that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I need to start experimenting with that stuff too. I've used it before, um, Suno, and I did a couple of things. I should do some stuff like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. It's getting pretty good. It's gotten better. That's not gonna be final, but yeah. Yeah, you could do more better because you can upload your own music. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I should try that. I should definitely try that. See what I could come up with. I'm working on a couple songs. I do that whenever I'm bored. Or I need a break from projects. I just started so yesterday I started experimenting with Firebase Studio, which is Google's app builder basically, like legit app builder, I think for Android. And I'm starting to build a like a dividend tracking thing. And so I started doing that yesterday. Pretty cool. Um I had to like learn how to because it doesn't set up all the back end for you. So I had to like go in there to code. Like, good thing I know some of that stuff, but I had to like figure things out a little bit. And I was like Googling stuff, and yeah, it's pretty cool though. So I'm just trying to experiment with that, and because I would like to build apps, and obviously I don't know how to code, but we're getting to the point where it's, I mean, the problem with AI right now, and I've talked to Josh. He comes in here, Rabbit Llama. Um, it's just scalability and backend stuff is where AI fails. Like when you want to build it out and build it bigger and put all this backend stuff, it doesn't do very well. So kind of have to keep your expectations, what kind of apps you build. But it's cool. Like I said, it gives people like me that it's creative but don't know how to do it the ability to kind of do it now, or at least get a prototype. Yep. And then you can if you want to hire somebody to build it out, to polish it, make it professional, at least you have your prototype that you can show them. Say, hey, this is what I'm going for. Same with the game. Like, this is more of a prototype kind of a thing, and it's like if I can get it to a good state where there's interest, we could always get people on it or whatever. I don't know. I mean, most likely not, but um, I need to find out what's going on with these splines and stuff. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that. It seems like I think it was like Thursday or whatever. We deleted Cinemachine and reinstalled it, and that's when all these errors started. So it could be something with that. All right, now we got to add UI elements. One thing I do notice, like I get more done when I'm not streaming because I could focus. But like I said, it's okay. I don't mind streaming and talking, and it's all a part of it. All right, so we got to do Text Mix Pro. Okay, we're gonna do the game over. Okay, survived. And like I said, I think this stuff is gonna make it feel more like a game than what we had before. Because like it was just the waves, and you can't really. I mean, the waves are fun and everything, but you can't really like, do much with them. Like as far as like over time. I mean, you could, but I saw it coming. Like it wasn't gonna scale or work the way what we were planning. Like the things that we were kind of coming up with. Um, Now this is like, hey, now you have the survivability, like survival. You can get XP on that. Based on time, and that gives it more of an element of a game, on top of the mechanic that we were working on, the abduction thing. Because now it's just more than abduction. It's like, ooh, let's see how long I can survive for, and all that cool stuff. So I think this is gonna be better. A button. Now we need a button. Obviously, we can replace all this stuff, but this is just to get it up and moving. Start. And a quit button. But today's like one of those days I'm not real focused, as you can tell. I'm kind of scattered brain today. I just got to open door. Okay, yep, no problem. Set game panel to inactive. Vector. Right, there we go. Oh, we gotta move all this stuff. Okay. Okay, wait, before we do all that. Oh, we already got all that rendered. All right, we got it set up, so that's good. Okay, now we gotta create our game over script. But yeah, we got the wave shop. We'll figure that out, how we're gonna implement all that stuff. All right, so let's add our new script here. Oh, nice, meat and chips. Sweet. Game over UI. Are you doing some grilling today or anything? We're gonna add this to the game over panel. Go. Oh, you ordered it down the road. Cool. Go on there. Okay, perfect. All right, now we gotta open that up. Save that and let that load up. Man, I was digging that playlist, man. I just don't want to pay for Spotify. Ugh. I already pay for Apple Music, and it's like if I could find it on Apple Music, that would be cool. How much is it anyway? Premium. That's $11 a month. Yeah, that's the problem. Like everybody thought like, oh, we want subscriptions, and then now it's like compared to what it used to be, we're like cable, like streaming. Everybody's like, oh, I just want a la carte, which is great because you can cancel anytime. So if you want to watch a show, you can, subscribe for that month and cancel, which is great. But it's like now it's like it's turning into like cable again. It's just like, dude, you have like 15 web, streaming services, and you're paying like over $300 a month. And they're just going to bundle them. And basically, we're going to go back to cable, but it's going to be streaming. It'll be just like cable. There'll be a provider that will host all the streaming services. You pay them a monthly fee, and then you get all the streaming services, which is already happening. You'll get, Max and whatever. So we're just right back to where we were. Yeah, but I do like the ability to do it or not. All right, we'll subscribe for 1 month and see how it goes. Yeah, Sky, everything under one box. Yeah. Which makes sense. Well, those cable companies had to figure something out, to make before they go out of business. Like, oh, we'll just jump into streaming now. All right, we subscribed for 1 month. All right. All right, where's that? All right, gonna update. Let me just close out and reopen it. Sometimes that fixes it. Yep, there we go. All right, so now we should not get ads. I'm digging this playlist though. That's what I'm saying. It's like, man, digging it. All right, we gotta go back to the game over panel. Whoops. I just typed a prompt in Fire Studio, just working away. It is cool. It's just there's some things about it, like for back end stuff, which right now, if you ask the AI to do it, it won't do it. But they said that there's an update coming that it will. Dude, Google's knocking it out, man. Google is killing it in the AI thing right now. Gemini is amazing. Forgot to change this text. But yeah, it will get there though. All right, there we go. Yeah, so if you go to Gemini, well, you have to have Pro though. I think the 2.5 Pro, you have to pay for it, but that gives you the canvas within Gemini, and then you can do web apps in there. But Firebase Studio is like that on steroids, basically. But you're literally building Android apps, web apps, or whatever. So, and then you can use, I think, Firebase Studio for all the back-end stuff, but then you have to pay for hosting, I believe. But everything else is free, from what I've gathered, which is still cool. All right. Okay, we got our script. All right, now we have to hook up these buttons. The music's not too loud, is it? Or is it just perfect? Music's good? Cool. Yeah, this is a good playlist. Like, very catchy, very good. Okay, why is this? Okay. Okay, so it's game, hook up, restart on click. Okay. Put game over on restart. Not seeing it. Okay, hold on. Maybe it gives me a walkthrough here. Let me look at the script. Alright, so our player health script we have to update. Yeah, so I got the on Friday my mount for the light I have up here, so I can connect it to the desk came. So I got that set up. So yeah, we got our light up here. I think everything looks good. It gives us the stream a little more brightness. And then I got my mic back. I got my good mic. So, finally. Dude, this music's so like catchy. So good. Much better than the other playlists that we were using. I'll have to see what else Spotify has. Right. I think a lot of streamers use this playlist actually, because I've heard it before. Die. We gotta find our die here. An ending with this logic. Okay, let me see some. Yeah, it's supposed to be a nicer day today. It's actually been a good weekend. It's been sunny pretty much all weekend, which is a good change because this, like all last week, it was just raining like crazy. Oh, all my dogs are going crazy. Well, good sir, where are you located? You're not Trenton's British Columbia. Are you in Europe? Are you in the States? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember where everybody's from. It's like, you don't have to be specific, just, you know. Oh, London, that's right, London. That's right. Cool. Someday I'll get there. I want to go there someday. For me, it's the flying. I don't like flying. And to get to Europe, I think takes a long time to get to fly. But someday I would like to go there. You hate flying? Yeah, I think a lot of people do. Especially like, I could do like, you know, like an hour or two flights, great. But when it starts getting 5, 8, 10-hour flights, it's like, dude, that's a long time to be on an airplane. And then people are just like, well, you can take a ship. And I'm like, dude, that's even worse. God, this music's good. Alright, so we gotta update the player health script. Okay, first before we do that, let's go into here and hook up these buttons. Last month I went to Dubai, 6 hours, no one in seats next to me on the way. Oh, that's good. The way there. On the way back, middle seat, horrible. Oh, yeah, dude, middle seat's the worst. I mean, I prefer like aisle seat, just because I can get out, you know. I'm one of those people. It's like, it freaks me out when I can't like just get up and move, like kind of thing. But yeah, like window seat, not as much, but yeah, middle's the worst. Definitely. Because then you're in, then you have like, you can't put your arms up, on this chair without, feeling awkward about it. And like, I'm a tall guy, so, it's, when I'm sitting, it's like, I have to put my arms like that, and it's kind of awkward. All right. Okay, we did that. Got the script. Okay, yep. All right, here's where I need the help. These buttons, like I didn't see exactly what it told me to do. Okay, restart button. Actually, let's put button. We know what that is. All right. On click. Got that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we're supposed to drag the game over panel button. That's what I did wrong. There it is. On restart. My bad. That's what we did. I drugged the wrong one into there. On quit. That's it. That's all we had to do. I should have remembered that. You don't, yeah, you draw the panel over, not the actual button. Okay. Oh, we almost got that done. The game over. We just need to finesse that, obviously. Make it look better. Whoops, hold on. I want to... Yep. We're getting there. We're game over. Obviously, we're gonna have to polish it and make it better, like we did with the wave shop. Remember how that took with first got it, and then I got some images and we changed it and got it better. So we'll definitely have to iterate on it, which is the whole thing. It's just getting it set up and getting it in the game, and then moving on, and then come back and polish those systems. All right, this is where it gets interesting. We have to. All right, let's see if this works first off. Let's just test the game over thing and see if the buttons. Actually, what we need to. Yeah, that's a problem.
It's 12 o'clock.
Let's just move these. Okay, quit and restart. Put that up. Okay. Game. Obviously, we're going to change that, make a better game over text and all that. We can make a graphic or something. Because I don't even know if we're going to want to... How do we change the name of the button? I thought you could. I'll just make new buttons now that I know I can do that. Should have. We'll polish that later. Right now, we just need to test this. Okay, let's see what this does. Yeah, let's just test to see if it even works. So when we die, what happens? We should get the panel to come up. Select our thing. And then we should spawn in. It's really rough right now, the spawn in. Like I said, I want it to teleport in and have like an effect and all that. But right now it's just, it's just going to be crude. Let's just get some points just to see if the stats even work. But yeah, I mean, I would like to make the waves a little bit more interesting, but maybe as time goes on and progress, I think they do. Obviously, you don't want to start hard right out the gate. They should be working. Well, like the screen, the game over screen, see if they work. But yeah, everything's working as far as XP and health and all that. Yeah, we've set that up a long time ago. It's just as far as like, is it, adding up everything? How is it? I don't even know what it's going to display. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know. When you die, is it going to display your XP? Is it going to display points or what? I don't know. It would be nice to see how many, like how many humans abducted, all that kind of stuff. But like I said, we'll finesse all that later. I mean, we're just getting a system built. I'll come back to it. Or that's something I can work on off stream, like some of that stuff is just kind of boring. Like that light, right there, the light, it's not to my liking. I'd like to polish the shader to get a little bit better. But it's good for now. It works for what it needs to do. And then I have to change the combo. So the combos are still, we figured it out, I think Friday. It's because they're getting abducted so high that the stats shows up there when they vanish. So I'm going to try to come up with a screen, like just static on the screen when you get in combos. I would like to have, because right now it's where like it's supposed to, when you do a combo, it's supposed to show up next to the player or to the enemy. But since the enemies are rising up into the sky and disappearing, you know, if they just got abducted on the ground, you know what I mean? Like if they didn't rise up like that and they just, it would work. But I like that, like them rising up, you know, like getting teleported to the ship. It's so cool. So we'll figure out a different way. Okay, let's see if now let's try to die here since we got a little bit of XP and stuff. It seemed like before we got some enemies that came in that started coming in faster, so I don't know. But I think, like I said, I think every wave or whatever now, they just spawn randomly, which is great. See? Okay. We didn't get the game over screen. But did you see how we spawned out and then our head didn't, but everything's supposed to spawn out and then we're going to be teleported back in. So the system's kind of there, but we didn't get the game over panel. Oh, but anyway, that's working. See, yeah, the head's supposed to spawn out too. We're getting there. I mean, it's a start. All right, so what's wrong? What did I do here? Panel didn't come up. Maybe I skipped a step. Oh. I think I did forget something. Yep, right here. Game over UI. There we go. Ah, maybe that's it. I'll experiment with that in a little bit. So yeah, that's what we forgot. I think we forgot to put the panel in there. All right, let's try it now. See, we need to get this beam prefab too. Do we have one? But I want it different though, man. Let's just try that for now and see what happens. See if that works. Alright, let's test it again now. Hopefully it will pop up. So this, like, another thing I want is I want the screen to like glitch when it's happening. I don't know if we saw that or not. Let's just abduct a few. That's kind of what I want. It's like, so it looks like when they're getting beamed back in, the screen will kind of like flicker or glitch or distort. Something like that. That's kind of what I have in mind. But we'll see. That's polished. Like, that's stuff we can worry about later. You know? Like, I still have to fix those power-ups. Like, they don't even work. And they just, like, pop in. It's like, what the hell are these things floating in the air? I'll have to revamp that whole system. Alright. We got some points. Yeah, this wave's a lot different than the previous one. Yeah, just watch. You're going to Ellie? Okay. Alright, we got some points. Alright, let's have them kill us now. Yeah, because we need to make power-ups for health, because right now they're just boxes. I like the glow thing. Like I like how we have that green glow. So maybe health we can do like a red glow on an object. It's so many possibilities. That's the problem. It's like before we used to get wiped out like really quickly. Oh, here they all come. All right, hopefully it works this time. Nope. Dang. All right, the game over thing didn't come up. Okay. Alright, player health, inspector. Yeah, we just assigned it. Game health, yeah. Okay. Oh, maybe the game over script is not on my player. Game over panel. Yep, there. Oh, let's deactivate it. Okay, is game over UI assigned in player health? Yes. Yep, game over script is on the game over panel. Yeah, all this stuff is. Alright, let's take the script real quick. The game over UI. Where's the death effects? Alright, this looks different than showing me here. Game over. Yeah, I don't have any of this stuff. Okay, well, weird. The game over. Ah. Alright, well, there's some different ones in here. Yep. I'm gonna try this script here. Their health. Handle death sequence. Healed return. Okay, beam. Right here. All right. Oops. That's the thing. Vibe coding is cool, but you can get into a lot of trouble. Which I have. What do we get an error on? What stats is. Because I've gotten to the point now where like you'll see the cycles that you get into, and that's kind of what's happened a little bit. It's all in the prompting though. It's like if you prompt well and you prompt it out where like you explain it, it gets, you kind of get there, but I'm gonna sit here a bit. There we go. All right, let's reviewing that player health script. That thing we just put in there. We had something out of line here. There we go. All right, let's test this again. We're gonna need a game over sound, but no to that. It's like every time you start building stuff. Okay, yep, no problem. I'm just troubleshooting, so. Let's see if this works. It also seems like the game plays a little better too now that we don't have them all spawning at once. like 100. It was like 100 alien, 100 humans would spawn just at once, and it's like this feels like it's a little bit better. Let's just get some points here. Thinking about changing this up so it's not showing those zeros, it just shows this. Don't worry about that another day. But yeah, I don't think we need the wave anymore. Spent a lot of time getting that graphic too. Okay. Okay, let's see if they can kill us now. See what happens. We get our panel to come up. Game over screen here. Alright, does it work? Okay, it came up this time. Okay, good. Alright, cool. But it didn't show any stats. Did you see any? I didn't even bother to look. I didn't even see any stats. Dang it. I forgot to look. Maybe we have to do that. How do you change the name of the button? I swear to God, it used to be a... Oh, dude, you're an idiot. Right there. Wow. Yeah, the fade in kind of thing got a little wonky. That should happen after the health panel closes, but like it started it, panel came up, and oh, there we go. I need to figure this out, the player mesh stuff. Okay. Well, it came up, so that's good. So we got that kind of working, which is good. All right, let's work on the stats here. But the system's working, so that's good. So we're partially there. Oh, the leveling system. We're going to think about that. Oh, we still got Xeno per wave. XP per enemy. We'll have to think about that too. We can adjust the max. See, that's another thing I want to do is like Get bonuses for max health. I don't even know if we even have that in there. The buff stuff. And I didn't see the screen glitch or anything. But I want that. So basically what I want is like when the game over... Okay, so when you die, the game over screen comes up. And then you get your stats and then you're asked, hey, do you want to play again or do you want to quit? If you play again, what I want it to happen is I want the player to beam back in. You know what I mean? To get beamed in from this... Like teleport. That's what I see in my head, but making that a reality is... I don't know. It's going to be hard because like the FX stuff, that's it. Like what I see in my head, it's like I can't do. I'll have to do a crude way of it. I found like FX on the Unity store, which we could probably use maybe something if I find something that's there. But yeah, we have to do it custom. Just like I did the mothership beam and we saw how crappy that turned out. I mean, it works. It's just not what I want. It needs to be a little bit more detailed and polished, but we'll get there. All right, so let's see how this stats thing's supposed to... All right, to show the stats on the game over screen. Yeah, it's early stages. It's a prototype, basically. It's to give the feel of the game. Like, what's the game about, so I can show people and people get interested, and then we can polish it. But all right, so what stats do we want to display? Well, time survived. Yeah, number enemies abducted. Yeah. Score. Highest combo. Yeah, these are all good. Okay. Start here. I'm afraid if we start getting into this, I'm not gonna have enough time. Gotta be cautious of here what time we're working on. I need to probably another half hour or so. Well, we can start working on this. I think time survive is definitely a stat we'll need. Number enemies abducted. Yes, that needs to be there. Combo would be nice. All right. Yeah. I think those are good ones. Obviously, we can add more in the future, but we just need a few to get started, to get it built. The combo thing I need to work on. I need to figure that out. Because it's like, you duck one person, you get a combo. Like, we should probably get it to, like, if you do a 3 combo hit, above 3 or something. Like, who cares about, oh, I got 1. Time survived. All right. We need to go to the game UI. Public function to display. Oh. Time survive, abductions. Are we still doing waves? Like, when do the wave? Oh my god, hold on. We need to look at something real quick. Yeah, so we got the spawn boss, which I need to create. Spawn loop. I don't think we're doing waves anymore. A bonus round. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff to think about. We're not using that. Okay. All right. Player health. Now we gotta add this format. Okay, it's right here. Okay, so we have time survived right now. Now we need to add abduction and I guess we could do how many coins, how many abduction, time survived. What was the other one? Oh, combos and all that. Yeah, we could do that. Stat script. Do we even have a stat script? I don't even think we have a stat script yet. Create one? It's taking forever to load here. Okay, stat script. Player stats, there it is. All right, here we go. Got max damage, health, current health. Let's do something. Like, I'm excited for the revamp, you know, changing it a little for the what we're doing, but it's like, it's scary because it's like, man, we're like, what happens if it doesn't go right? We just lost everything we worked on, you know? But I think it's better. I think it's looking better. It's getting better. It's just a lot more moving parts and a lot more little systems and little things that we're creating. But I think in the long run, it's gonna pay, you know, it's gonna make the game better than what we were going for before. You got this. Yeah. No, I mean, I look back. Like I said, that's why I'm exporting all the streams to my personal YouTube channel. And so I can go back and watch the progress myself, you know, just to kind of see it, like where we started. And hopefully when we get a finished game, I can watch, you know, watch the struggle, watch it. Other people can watch it and enjoy it. You know, just to see what we accomplished. I mean, just going back to watch like the first one when I first started to where we are now, it's crazy. I mean, it's just, you know, all the little, it takes time. It's like you just accomplish something every day. If you can just create one thing every day, you know, you got it. You know, it just takes time, and it's easy to get to that like brick wall, or you get to that where like you don't think you're moving anywhere, the game's not progressing. It's like, what the hell, I've been staring at the same thing for 2 weeks. But you know, it's good to see the progression. Yeah, because you get lost in it. You really do. I get lost in it. I'm like, because I see the same thing, I'm doing the same crap over and over, and it's like, it feels like the same thing, like we haven't done anything, because we're building all the systems and you're building all the stuff, you know. But people in stream, I'm sure you guys can see it. So. Okay, player stats. Okay, so we don't need to put it there, so it goes into player health. Okay. Player health. Okay. And like this music is so much better. Like it helps me focus better. Yeah, I just hope, like, you know, and once we start building, like we are building the community, like you guys keep coming back, which is great. It makes me feel good that, hey, I'm doing something that people are interested in, worthwhile idea. Because at first I didn't think my idea was that great, and people come in here and tell me like, no, it's cool. But hopefully we can start, you know, I can start taking input once we get everything back to like on track. We're like, hey, the game's working. I can build, you know, make it better from the help of the community. And of course, everybody that's a part of the community will be able to play test it and get that feedback to me. That's what it's really gonna, you know, make the game better once we get to play testing. All right, we got that. Getting errors here. Oh, looks like one of my videos that I uploaded from Twitch got blocked. Interesting. We'll look at that later. Ellipse time, action count. Okay, these are things we have to add to the other scripts. Okay. Maybe music for what? Oh, the game. Yeah, definitely we'll get. Yeah, I'm hoping I can write some music for the game myself. We'll see. It's just I don't know what I'm gonna write for or which way I'm gonna go with it. Oh, yeah. Music. Yep. Probably. Yeah, I think we used a playlist one time that had something on it that got blocked. Yeah, I remember now because Twitch, I remember getting a thing from Twitch about it. I think it's when we were experimenting with the classical music. I don't know if you were here that day or whatever. It was a while ago. I was trying like different playlists, and I did a classical one on YouTube, and I don't think it was royalty free. Yeah, they should still upload it though. Yeah, it was just that. Isn't it that section that they just block out? I think on YouTube, like they mute it. We gotta go to our survival timer. Where's that script? I know I have one. I have so many damn scripts. I need to like literally clean these up. Okay, here we go. All right, we need a public. Public plot property. Ellipse time. I don't think I did this right. Nope. It's called lapse time. What I have. See what this says. Oh, I know. Oh. Are the money just going to the music? Probably, more than likely, yeah. Ads. Yeah, it's weird how all that works. It's like they don't understand, like, if your music's playing, it's giving you recognition, but I get it, they want their cash. It's usually not the artists, it's the record companies, usually. But I get it. But this playlist is great. I love it. It's so much better. The music's so much better. Man, I'm getting like I don't want to like dive in too much here because I'm gonna have to stop streaming here in about 15 minutes. I didn't think I was gonna go 2 hours today, but it's all good. Let's just try to. My dog's barking. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I just want to finish this up. At least the game over panel. We get it. We could show stats. I mean, hey, at least we got something accomplished today. But we'll be back tomorrow. You know, same time as we always are. Okay. Oh, public float. I was close. Yeah, I'm hoping, you know, we can get some more ideas for the game from the community. Okay. See, I've never seen that before. Like, we're getting into territory like scripting and stuff and tech, like code that I've never seen because I haven't done games to this extent, you know. I wonder if I can delete these, just put minutes and seconds, and that will just make it the way I want it. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. I've seen that one before. Okay, abduction tracker. This is to get all of our stats so we can get them on that game over screen. I hope that's right. Public void. Oh, we got humans abducted. Wonder if we need to do that. All right, I'm just gonna put this in here just to see. But I think it's not right. Player progression. Where's our player progression script? We got too many damn scripts, dude. There. Gotta add these. Here. Click. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I think it's this. Got level to level. Okay, total score, I think. I don't know if this is right or not. We got that, yeah, right there. Xeno level. We just need to add total score. Oops. Yeah, I don't think we have a total score problem. All right, so now we have to add these references to our player health script. That's progression. Survival timer. Yep. Production tracker. Player. Okay, we already got those. Okay. Now we assign the trackers in the inspector. I want to double check on that player progression script though. I'm going to have it just check, make sure it's set up correctly. Format stats and the player health. I think we already got that. Alright, let's go to the tracker. Oops, we gotta save that or it's not gonna... Oh, dude, we got that one. Oh no, we fixed it. Production tracker, we gotta save that. Survival timer, we have to save that. Okay. Alright, we should be good, no errors. Yeah, as long as we can get this working, and then I'll feel good about today. You know, showing stats. Obviously, we'll clean it up, make it look better, but as long as we can get that game over thing working, and then we'll have to finesse the way I want the... After the player dies, the game over screen will come over. You can see your stats, you can play again, you can quit, and then if you play again, then your player will beam in to the game. That we'll have to get to. Let's just get it working. Okay, click your player object. Oops. Okay. Player health. Ah, right there. I need to add these ones. Okay, so these are scripts, right? Okay, let's just see if these will come up. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, that's right. Abduction tracker. Where did it say it was? UI manager. What the hell is that? Yeah, I gotta find out where that script's at. Isn't it up here? No, it's not. I don't remember where I put the... Like, some of the stuff we did so long ago, I don't remember. I don't know what this is. Try that and see what that does. I'm gonna just go with that. What it was suggesting. See if it works. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. All right, let's play. Let's make sure this is right. Okay. Oh, we gotta look at their stats. Make sure it's all formatted correctly. Down here. Yeah. Starting time. No. Score level. Okay. Yep. These look good. Okay, we gotta update our game over script. There's a method. Okay, hold on. Go stats. Now we don't have the game object. Alright, that looks good, I think. Okay, now we have the stats. Hold on. Okay, game over UI. Loading up here. We already did this, but make sure. Where does it? Game over. Oh, it's in our game over. Okay. Oh, right there. Stats text. Go. All right. Let's test. Now it should. We got the panel to come up, but now it should show stats, hopefully. It's probably going to look ugly. It's probably not going to be what we want, but hey, it's at least if as long as stats are showing, we got it there. Or I'm good to call it a day. I mean, we'll finesse it tomorrow. Now watch the enemies probably won't spawn. No, here they come. Right, let's just get some points here. See, it'd be cool if the screen would shake too. I think that would be cool. I tried implementing that, but since I'm using Cinemachine, it's like way different to do. That's something we can do later, you know, when I have time and we got all this hard stuff out of the way. Okay, we just need a couple more points here so we can show stuff in the stats. See, the thing is, though, is when we get to actual 3D players, like we change out these prototype ones to the actual 3D models, I just know the game's gonna break. Things aren't gonna work. It's just gonna be, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, gotten so used to all this working with these little stupid models. But once we get like the real thing in here, it's gonna be a whole nother set of issues. I just got a feeling. All right, we got enough points and stuff. Let's just gather them all here and they can kill me. Let's see if it works. Like, we're still abducting things. That's what I'm saying. Like, we might just need to go with the gun, or maybe first level you go, you know, as a time it will. I don't know. I'll have to think through that, like how we're gonna do that. But I do want to add a gun to be able to shoot. It'd be cool if we can get, like, when you get the gun, it goes into third person view. Oh. We just crashed the game. It literally closed the game. Well, that's not what you want. Okay. That's all right. It's effective. That's effective. You actually died and actually killed the game. All right. Okay. Well, I think that's a good time to end it. I don't know. I think it saves. Yeah, we saved. Yeah, we did. We saved. Yeah. We didn't do anything in Unity. We did all script stuff. And then with the stuff I uploaded over, I hit save. I'm pretty sure I did. If not, it's okay. But yeah, I think that's a good spot to end today, because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna troubleshoot and we'll be here another 3 hours, and I don't really want to do that. 2 hours is good. I think this is longer than I wanted to stream today, but I'm glad I did 2 hours. But we'll be back tomorrow at my normal time. Well, I kind of streamed normal today. Definitely digging that that playlist. God, I can't believe we crashed the game. That's hilarious. It's probably just a script or something's not right. But hey, we got to the point where, you know, the player dies. But the thing is the teleport thing's all out of whack. It's supposed to kill the player. Probably should wait. Panel comes up. Select your thing. And then you spawn in. That's kind of what I'm envisioning. But we'll get it there. All right. Well, I think that will do it for today. We did 2 hours. That's great. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Hope everybody had a good day. We got some stuff accomplished today, actually, more than I thought. We got the game over panel in, and among some other stuff. So no, I'm glad we got some stuff done today. I was kind of focused. But anyway, thanks everybody. We'll be back tomorrow at probably 10 Eastern time. 10, 11 is usually when I stream. And hopefully we can stream a little bit longer and get this all completed, and then we can move on to some other stuff. But anyway, thanks for everybody for hanging out. Thanks, Only Good Sir, for hanging out, and appreciate it. All right, take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.